Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Sarah Vantine here with Ted Ings. Today we have the Reynolds and Reynolds panel with Relo. And Ted, lots of innovation today.
Sarah, you're so right. How great to welcome Cory back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable, and Jason Sideris of Reynolds and Reynolds. Welcome to the Fixed Ops Roundtable.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Great to see you both. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Excited for this conversation about Relo, Sarah.
I am too, Ted. And Jason, to just kick things off, Relo has been rolling all over the place and showing off what it can do. Tell us about the excitement level that you're getting from dealers.
Absolutely. It's been a big hit in the booth. We're real excited about it. Between it and Ray, our Agnostic AI assistant, there's been a lot of buzz in the booth. But really more specifically about Relo. Relo is our automated parts delivery assistant, and it's really designed to help drive efficiencies both in parts and in the service department.
Yeah, the dealers that are on Relo have already been expressing how much they love having Relo in the shop. It is a really good solution for making sure that parts are delivered timely and that the technicians are able to stay in their bays working.
Cory, this is so exciting, and Ted, it's incredible to hear all of the innovation.
And the timing is spot on, Sarah. Gentlemen, let's talk about why something like this is really needed at a dealership. It's not just about the coolest new technology, which it is. There's a real ROI behind what Relo does, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when we think about it, technicians have one thing to sell, and that's time.
Time.
And really, when we think about the time, it's important. What can we do to ensure that technicians are continuing to do what they need to be, making sure that they're wrenching, they're working on vehicles, versus walking around the dealership, going to the parts department, or maybe being interrupted by individuals coming to their bays and delivering stuff. So the idea around this is if we could continue to have technicians focus on the activity at hand, it doesn't just benefit them, but it benefits the dealership as well. As we think about the effective labor rate that dealerships are so focused in on, and you start to allow those technicians to continue to work, it's going to continue to drive profitability for the dealership.
Well, Cory,
I was going to say, it's also like it's the incremental pieces that go along with it too, right? So not only are we helping to drive profitability, but we're having a positive impact on the consumer experience because we're reducing the amount of time it takes to get that vehicle back to the customer.
And Jason, you know, in talking specifics, I know our dealers are going to want to listen to this information about what Relo can actually do. So how does it work?
You know, when we think about what has to happen, oftentimes we're delivering heavy parts, we're delivering a lot of parts. Relo has the capability to deliver hundreds of pounds of parts to a technician. In fact, over in our booth right now, it's delivering 4 tires from the parts department to our tire machine, and it's helping to illustrate the fact that we can move a lot of parts and even heavy parts.
Cory,
I saw that in action, by the way. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's been driving a lot of excitement.
It has some really cool technology that's behind it. So it actually uses a combination of LiDAR and AI-assisted guidance to make sure that it gets to where it needs to safely and make sure that everything gets where it needs to go. So we map out the routes. We make sure that we've got the stops identified for like where the technicians need the parts. And then Relo is able to autonomously deliver those parts wherever they need to be so that they're just in time for the technician. And it's not just delivering parts. It can also handle taking things back as well. So you think about like warranty parts that have to go back and be accounted for, and cores that have to go back. All those things are, you know, trips that normally would have to be made by somebody that now we can help get Relo's assistance with.
Cory, efficiency and fixed ops, that's where it's at.
Absolutely. It's the incremental, the small gains or things where they add up really, really quick, right? Like Tully says it's all in the hours, right?
I've heard that.
That's a couple of times. And that's really one of the things that helps drive this is it's helping the small things that add up to big results.
Gentlemen, do you foresee Relo as an agnostic tool? And if so, when can we hope to see that?
Well, now. Actually, we're real excited about it. We've been working on that for a little while now to ensure that we could create an app that would allow Relo to work even outside of the Reynolds DMS system.
Outside, wow.
Absolutely. In fact, we're showing that at the show now, and we're getting a lot of excitement from some dealers. And in fact, at this point, we're just in the process of scheduling some dealers that have already signed up for the agnostic solution.
I love that. Cory, that's big news.
That is huge news.
Sarah, Relo for everyone.
That's right, Ted, and all the excitement that we see here on our stage today. But you know, our viewers at home are probably also wondering, Jason, where can viewers go to learn more about Relo?
Yeah, you know, obviously you have the opportunity to go to Reynolds.com or certainly talk to one of your account managers. They're happy to set up a demonstration and talk about how the solution can work for your dealership.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Relo is here. It's here now. It's changing the face, the landscape of fixed operations. Jason and Cory, thank you for all you do for fixed operations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Very honored to have Reynolds and Reynolds with us. Sarah, exciting times in retail automotive.
Exciting times ahead, and Reynolds is leading the charge.
Everybody, Sarah, Vantine, and I are here at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, and we're going to be right back.
You're a bit